Shalom and good day all, this is Tehillim29 back again for another DC review, and in this DC review I'll be covering Justice League versus Godzilla and Kong, followed after by Superman issue 8, who is up against a villain called the Chained. So as we begin to jump into the Justice League versus Godzilla and Kong, does this cover in any way, shape or form connect to something that is happening inside with the story? Sure enough it does, to which I give it a 7.5 out of 10. I'll now move to showing the internal art as also what's happening story wise with the characters and who happens to make an appearance. So as the story begins, we have Superman up against Godzilla, and of course there's quite a big fight on his hands. And we do see later on that Shazam, Billy Batson, comes in to help fight off Godzilla. As we start to jump towards the middle of the story, we see the Bat family members taking off the monster that is in their city. We do also learn that there are other monsters around the world. Another 3 more. One affecting Themyscira, one affecting, I think it's Central City, and of course Gotham, as well as Metropolis. And last but not least, we see towards the end of the story, to which Billy Batson, well, is of course out of costume, and Superman has lost his first round against Godzilla. So for the internal art, I gave it a 7.5 out of 10. Now it's time to move in relation to the area of the story. Do we get anything that addresses when this is happening time-wise? No, we don't. Next is the locations, which we have Metropolis, Central City, Gotham, and Themyscira. The cast of characters consisting of Superman, Flash, Supergirl, Hawkgirl, Wonder Woman, Green Arrow, Green Lantern. We of course had Godzilla, Nightwing, Red Hood, plus some of the monsters that they were up against. Batgirl, Black Canary. We had Damian Wayne Robin in this. Now, even though we sort of like had the Damian Wayne Robin in his present costume, this story is almost coming off very similar to sort of like a Convergence type story. To those who remember Convergence, but in this case it's the Justice League up against the Monsterverse. So we have basically a convergence with the Monsterverse, care of a Dreamstone. We also have the Legion of Doom and the members that make up that. Lois Lane, we had Jimmy Olsen, we also had Kate Kane, Batwoman, Cyborg, and last but not least, Shazam. For the overall story rating in this, I give it a 7.5 out of 10. Now it's time to move into Superman issue 8. So, as we start to jump into Superman issue 8, does this cover in any way, shape or form connect to something that is happening inside with the story? In some essence it does, to which I give a 7 out of 10. Now it's time to move into the internal art as well as what's happening story-wise with the characters. I will not be covering any backstories in some other issues, such as Nightwing and Titans. When you get to see those videos, just let you know. So let's move into the internal art. So as the story begins, we end up having a bit of a look in the past, and we get a little bit of a look as to what is happening with Sammy Stryker, and also who he meets and has a common enemy with. And we do get to see him meet up with Dr. Farmer and Mr. Graft. We move into the middle of the story, to which we end up seeing the character of Lena being taken on by the Chained, being Sammy Stryker. And last but not least, we get to see towards the end, after Superman does take on the Chained, he does come down with a bit of an injury of sorts from Sammy Stryker. So next we have Superman, who'll be bearing some armor. So for the internal art, I gave it a 7 out of 10. Now it's time to move into the area of the story. Surprisingly and really good to see is a bit of a comic reference to issue 5, to which this story begins to take place. The area next is time, to which we have the past and today being used. The location to which this takes place is in Metropolis. The cast of characters consisting of Sammy Stryker, also his old man. We had Dr. Farmer and Mr. Graft. Lex Luthor. We also had Supergirl and Superboy, or Connor Kent Superboy, and Lena Luthor making an appearance in the story. For the overall story rating in this, I give it a 7 out of 10. Until then, let's keep it colourful and have yourself an awesome day.